What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about the brand new final tap Monkey D. Luffy character, and we're going to be taking him into the GARP challenges this month against Revolutionary Army, as well as the Hody Jones GARP challenge. Before we jump into that though, I want to talk about the character in his entirety, give you guys a rundown of what you should be expecting if you do choose to use this character in your team. So Monkey D. Luffy, just quickly looking at his ink effect, I'm not a big fan of his ink effect. I definitely think Law and Kid have a much better artwork, but you know, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and talk about the character himself. He is a quick free spirit fighter character with a captain effect that boosts quick free spirit and fighter characters by a 5x boost, gives your characters a 1.3 health boost, and increases the chances of you landing a recovery slot. He makes those recovery slots count as beneficial to your team as well, and if you hit a perfect whilst having a recovery slot, you will actually still consume it, which is great. It means that if you're in a situation where you normally would want to tap a good or a great to heal from that recovery slot, you can still output lots of damage by hitting your perfect. So a very interesting captain effect. It's not a complex captain effect, but it's decent. And then looking at his super type, which will state that you need to have one of the straw hats on your crew, and it does include Jinbei as well, which is a nice touch. And the super type special will reduce the cooldowns of your quick free spirit and fighter characters by 1 turn, and then also give your team a 1.0 chain boost for 1 turn, and also granting your super quick typing. Pretty awesome super type special that helps you get around special reverse and just generating more power for your team, which is always nice to see. And then of course with his special ability is going to do 300 times his attack in typeless damage to all enemies, and then boost the attack of quick free spirit and fighter characters by 2.75 times for 1 turn, and then also boosts Luffy's own base attack depending on how many recovery slots you have consumed before you launch the special. So it means if you consume 10 recovery slots, you get the 1000 additional stats to that character. So you get 100 additional stats per recovery slot you consume with this effect. It's not it's not a complex special at all. It's pretty basic, but it's a good special. It's a pretty big increase. A 2.75 times boost is very, very good. And then of course this character gets access to the brand new mechanic of final tap. Now, in order to activate it, you just have to reach the final stage, which is not difficult to do at all. And then if you do eventually get this maxed out, it's a pretty powerful effect which will change his own slot, including block, into a Wano slot, which of course is a 2.5 times boost instead of a 2 times boost from a matching slot. And it also gives Luffy an additional 1000 base attack, and it does mention here that it will stack with other beneficial effects from his special, meaning that you can get 1000 base boost from his special, 1000 base boost from his final tap, and you can use like support Sabo for example, which boosts your base attack by an additional 1.5. You can see how this could stack up to make Luffy's base attack incredibly high. And then with a Wano slot added on top of that, you can already see the amount of damage that Luffy will be able to do if you do ever max out that final tap effect. So Luffy's a pretty interesting unit. Hopefully you guys go on to enjoy this video, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video with Luffy against the brand new GARP challenges. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. First of all, of course, we have the Revolutionary Army, and with Monkey D. Luffy, we are going to be bringing a character that we need to get around the defense of Kuma. That's obviously one of the big things you have to think about when you move into this content. And, you know, back in the day when this was the most common GARP challenge to be around, the most common way that people would get around it would be to use the support of the Dex Rare Recruit Carrot on a Nami character to give you the effect of when you hit a perfect, you are able to remove a defensive effect. You remove 2 turns of blue shield, which is exactly what we do here. Using Onami is a really good option. She's going to be very, very useful a little bit later on in this clip. But we also have this stage here against Robin. We do have the support of Rayleigh once again. I mean, having a Luffy character to have some of the best supports in the game is a huge addition. And we have the Shanks crew as well. We don't even use Shanks crew special throughout the entire duration of this fight. I mean, we could have done it on multiple different occasions. I just kind of decided not to, because I feel like generating the 1.5 attack and generating the half of your team getting beneficial slots every single turn is just too good to pass up. Because that's one of the main issues that I found with Luffy, and I'll talk about it in an additional showcase video later on. but I found that, you know, generating matching slots for Luffy's kind of annoying because he doesn't do that at all with his kit. I mean, Kid has it with his super type, and then you've got like Law, for example, which can just naturally generate more matching slots, whereas with Luffy, yeah, he does make recovery slots appear more often, and he makes them beneficial, but I just feel like the chance of those recovery slots appearing isn't super high, at least not as high as what I would have expected it to be. If he had the same rate of appearance as, like, hypothetically, Legend Carrot, dude, this character would be so broken, because, I mean, Carrot has no problems getting matching slots, and if they appeared as often as what they did for this character, dude, this character just wouldn't die. The amount of recovery you'd get every single turn would be way, way too good. A character that is actually common between the two teams that you'll see in this video today is the Kizuna Rare Recruit Heart Pirates, or the Beppo, Sachi, and Penguin. This character is really good for Luffy because it generates a full board of matching slots, it gets rid of Bind, and it also gets rid of Threshold. Bind and Threshold are two things in particular that we have to get around on two different boss stages here, and it's just really awesome that he's able to just be used in so much content. And he has like another effect if your captain is if your captain's a fighter or a powerhouse or something like that. I think he makes the quick slots beneficial. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, that Beppo character, phenomenal character. If you do get him from your Kizuna Rare Recruit pools, be very happy about that one. But of course, you know, at this point here, like, it's just GG. Like, we're gonna reach the final stage. We have an attack boost on this stage, and despite type disadvantage, we're okay because we do have the chain boost, we have an attack boost, we just have so much damage going for us here. And of course, on the final stage, the final boss is a strength unit, so we have type advantage there. Absolutely no problems taking on the Revolutionary Army with Monkey D. Luffy. But let's go ahead and pick things up once we get to the second team against the Hody challenge. So now we move on to the secondary team against the Hody GARP challenge, and this one is a little bit more annoying to use. You might have seen right at the start there, I have a lot of supports on this team, and a lot of the supports are just, you know, generating matching slots for my team. You could definitely make this team a little bit more optimized, but essentially this team is relying on RNG to get matching slots on the final stage, which is why I have 3 different supports on my team to generate slots. I have the Story Mode Vivi, which can be attached to anyone to give you a matching slot on the final stage. I also have the Margaret character, which is a relatively old unit at this point. It's a quick Margaret. She was free to play at some point. I think she's available from the Kizuna exchange, if I remember correctly, but she can attach to any quick unit, and on the final stage, a quick unit just gets a quick slot. It's a very, very nice way to get beneficial slot there. And the final one I have is Legend Bonnie. I have Legend Bonnie attached to Luffy, I believe, to give him a guaranteed recovery slot when we reach the final stage. So we have guaranteed 3 matching slots for our team. I don't know if you specifically need 3. I'm not too sure. You might be able to get away with 2, but getting as many matching slots as possible is going to be obviously very important for that final boss stage, because we are not stalling at all on that last stage. We are just doing our attacks straight off the cuff. So we are going to be using the special and the super type of Luffy on the last stage, and we also have the Gin and Don Krieg unit on this team. Unfortunately, when we switch into the Gin character, when we switch into Gin, he's boosted, but when we switch into Don Krieg, should I say, he's actually not boosted. So it would have been nice to have him because, you know, Dex enemies are really annoying for mono quick teams to get through, and having a strength unit on your team that is also boosted would help out a lot. Unfortunately, he's not boosted, but on the final stage, we do have Gin and Don Krieg to give our team an orb boost, and it also does remove the enemy's increased defense, which we have to deal with on that stage as well. We are using the brand new Rare Recruit Zoro as well. He's a fantastic unit because, as I mentioned in my lore video that you guys may have seen on the channel as well, I have another video of lore taking on these GARP challenges, but orb locking on the Hody stage is really good for this stage right here. If we're able to generate a full board of slots for our team, as we are with this Beppo character, we're able to lock those slots with Zoro. Zoro also gives us a 2x orb boost for our team as well, and then we can use the super type of Luffy to generate a chain boost. So we have a chain boost and an orb boost on this particular team team here, and we're able to kill this stage in one turn, which is great because we have a full board of matching slots ready for this next stage, and as we move into this next stage, our orbs are going to be put into a barrier. We have to hit a perfect in order to break through that, and on this stage here, we're going to be having the Red Recruit Kamazo to get rid of the burn debuff that is inflicted to us, but it also generates a 3x chain lock for our team as well, and then that partnered up with Luffy's 2.75 times attack boost is really good, but unfortunately it doesn't really get through it super cleanly. I mean, Daruma goes down on the first turn. We wanted to get rid of him as soon as possible, and I thought I was going to be able to kill Ikaros a little bit easy because obviously we had just neutral damage instead of disadvantage damage, but unfortunately he was a little bit more tricky to take down. But even though we did take quite a few turns to take him down because he does heal if he falls below 50%, we were able to get the dub either way. As long as we move into the last stage and we have a matching slot or two on our team, shouldn't have to worry about it too much, because the amount of damage that you'll get from Luffy's super type, his special, and then also another 2x orb boost added on top of that, it is going to be enough to get the dub. So that is going to conclude this video today with Monkey D. Luffy, the brand new final tap Luffy. Really hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.